Stop bringing that up.
Yep, they're in the games, aren't they?
No, they aren't. It's okay. You don't have to cringe anymore, Matt. Because they're not there.
They are, actually.
No, hey. But is FNaF purposely and definitively a political series? Is Freddy a Democrat or a Republican? What's Foxy's stance on gun violence in America? Where does Montgomery Gator stand on abortion? They just shot Funtime Foxy to death. Funtime Foxy was killed death by firing squad.
Tore them to smithereens.
But hell, even Freddy has a voice. And it's a pretty damn good one. Except, well, he sounds like Darth Vader most of the time.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough.
I bet you didn't expect me to show up, did you now?
My favorite spring Bonnies, however, have to be the interpretations that include the long eyelashes and gender ambiguity. Okay. There we go. Chat.
I've never heard that theory in my life. I've never even heard that brought up.
Chat, we've reached a new strata. The Dreadbear tier. A year after David X. Fazbear's arrest, on the night of June the 22nd, the Fazbears heard a knock on the door of their house. It was Freddy Fazbear. Spring Bonnie follows closely behind him. They enter the back room and find Freddy holding Mike hostage. "Give me the pizza, or I'll kill him," says Freddy menacingly. "Gregory, I feel you are broke as hell. No Yeezy looking ass."
Why would Vanny be there otherwise? Unless this is meant to be the crying child, Michael, and maybe even Elizabeth, the Afton children. The three kids who literally had their lives stolen by the evil deeds of their father. Finally reunited. Finally able to share a moment of peace on this hill. After all, Vanessa does have green eyes and blonde hair, just like someone else that we know.
Oh my...
Sometimes, sometimes a story is just a story. If you try to read into every little thing and find meaning in everything anyone says, you'll just drive yourself crazy.
You see, Tiger Rock has blue and green eyes. Blue represents the bad and green represents the good. Why? Well, Charlotte, who inexplicably has brown eyes, was associated with the color green one time, which means she represents the green eyes. Then Elizabeth, a character who actually has green eyes, represents the blue because Baby's original eye color was blue. Never mind the fact that when Elizabeth possessed her, her eyes turned f***ing green! Sure, more goes unexplained without this story, but a lot of it is relatively minor stuff. Why are there help wanted rooms in security breach? Why don't you shut up and eat your bagel? Well, first off, William Afton, you are not the father.
Got our gator piss. Time to pour a strong glass of the good stuff. I love it.
Operation was a success.
No screaming.
Yay! It is legally binding.
There you go.
Next scenario.
Okay.
The patient is suffering from arcade-related injury.
Huffing your own laughing gas in the middle of doing the surgery.
Look, I need to calm down, you know? Patient needs to calm down, doctor needs to calm down.
Now, give the patient a candy. This candy makes the patient stabilize. Yay!
Alright, cool.
There's so much wrong with what I just watched.
Cut to Foxy staring down the hall, thinking the same thing we're all thinking. What the muck? Overall, this island is pretty tame in terms of actual content. It's just what is shown here references some very specific themes and other content, like Bonnie from Five Nights in Anime, one of the strangest, oldest fan games out there. But the funniest one to me has got to be this specific Freddy, who is drawn in reference to that one meme.
No explanations necessary. So I'm here to give you that explanation, because I strongly suspect that this boy is not a boy, and this robot is not a robot.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Well, no.
After playing so much of the hit series Five Nights at Thomas's, I needed to be certain that trains were actually real. So I'm out here alone and unarmed, looking for a train. Now, the first thing you do when looking for any kind of creature or animal is you look for the tracks. I found them. Now the next step, now that we've found the tracks, is to find a train.
And so demuted and his troglodytic cameraman scoured the tracks for hours. Things were not looking good for the two handsome men, until...
So I'm pretty sure there's two ghosts inside Golden. Holy shit!
They finally found one. Luckily, it was asleep. D and his cameraman explored the train, and looked incredibly handsome, and muscular while doing it. Until finally, D knew what he had to say.
You know, I don't know what I was expecting, but this isn't scary at all. This is worse than Sister Location. Nah, Sister Location's worse.
D died on the walk back to civilization, but he went to the hospital and is okay now.
The camera starts in a police cruiser with officers Daryl and Clyde, driving through the woods in an obligatory driving through the woods segment that literally every single analog horror series does now.
Couple that with characters that mimic other characters, characters that
Mimic!
and characters that make Now, as I see it, there are two possibilities here. One, an adult robot Elizabeth, like we see older versions of Robot Kid.
An entirely new character.
A Freddy poster, signed, "You and me, forever and ever, love Freddy." Is that something you would tell someone you're planning on killing? If anything, that's something you would tell your boyfriend. Your boyfriend. Why would Freddy kill his boyfriend?
And as we can see, up here is the real story, which I think it's only fitting we end the stream by, like, summing up what the story is using these theories. So William Afton got divorced. And his son, Jake Afton, wasn't a fan of this, alright? His other son, Evan, by the way, he's dreaming this entire thing. And he also is the princess. His mom and his brother Jake are both fucking with him by pretending to be the friend.
They're both doing. I didn't even fucking realize that.
At some point, his brother Mike dies, but comes back as Mike Trap, and both him and someone else are Burn Trap.
Both.
The MCI kids are also in there, and they're powering his body like a fucking Power Ranger Mechazord or some shit. Also, someone's dog died, and now it's the cupcake. Fucking Bite Victim and Cassidy both happen to like Dreadbear, so they died and became Dreadbear. Night Yagony is there. Virus
It's just
Cassidy is
there.
around. And
Toys
toys are in
agony.
agony.
So Toy Freddy is in agony because they keep kicking his shins.
Yes. And they all enjoyed a nice slice of Andrew pizza.